You're planning to buy a home. That's great. Should you use a realtor to buy a house? What can you expect from a realtor? Can you buy a home without one? These are the questions we'll discuss in today's video, so sit back, relax for a few minutes, and find out. Do you need a realtor to buy a house? Technically, no. But why wouldn't you use one? You can represent yourself in court, but would you really want to do that? It's kind of the same thing. In this area, it's very rare for a buyer to pay a realtor's commission out of pocket. If it doesn't cost you anything, why wouldn't you want a realtor? Let's talk about the pros and benefits of using a realtor to help you buy a home. Sellers will generally have a realtor on their side to represent them, so buyers should too. A realtor can help you understand the current market and trends associated with buying a home. A realtor will help you find homes that match your needs and can even help refine your criteria. Yes, you can find homes online, but a realtor has additional tools to help with the search. And it's possible they can even help you think outside the box to consider some options you might not have thought of. When you find a home you like and want to go check it out and take a tour, if you don't have a realtor or an agent, you'll probably need to try to attend an open house, if there is one. Or you could reach out to the listing agent for a tour of the home. It's best for a buyer not to use the listing realtor for a transaction, as that creates dual agency. It is possible to do so if both parties agree, but how can one agent have both parties' best interests in mind? If you do use a listing agent for a tour, they won't point out the things in the home that may not work for you, because they'll be trying to sell the best qualities of the home for their client's benefit. When a listing agent is showing you the home, you'll also want to be careful not to give away your true feelings about the home, as it might reduce your negotiating power if you really love it and tell them so. And if you dislike something strongly and let them know about it, it could give them a bad taste for you, which could negatively impact your chances of getting the home, especially if there are multiple offers. But finding a home that you want to purchase is often the easy part. There's so much involved once you decide which home you like. When you want to make an offer on a home, you want to do research so you know what to offer for the home and what terms to include. You'll want to know what other houses are for sale or have recently sold in the area, and you'll want to know what those recently sold houses sold for. What kinds of loans were used? What were the offer prices versus the actual sold prices? Are there additional details about the home that you can review before buying? Do you want to take the time to research everything about the home? Do you know where to go to find the house details? A realtor does. You'll also want to find out what the seller wants. Are they looking for someone to waive contingencies? Do they prefer a quick close or a delayed close? Do they want to rent back and the concerns associated with those? Are there other offers on the home? And if so, what terms do they include? And did you know sellers have to disclose structural and safety issues with the house to potential buyers? If you're acting as your own agent, you'll need to obtain that disclosure. A realtor can help get all of those details for you. A realtor will help you navigate the paperwork and determine what forms are needed and what contingencies you may want to include to help protect your earnest money if something were to cause the transaction to fall apart. They will also fill out the contract details and go over everything with you, and you just need to sign everything once you're happy with it. If you don't have a realtor, you may want to hire an attorney to help you with the contracts, and that would be an additional out-of-pocket cost for you. It is in your best interest to have someone representing you in the transaction though. When you make an offer, you need to have all the necessary details included in your offer. Do you know what those are? They include things like the address and the legal description of the home, who's the seller, and are they a foreign person or entity that will have additional taxes due at closing? You want to be sure that that's disclosed so they pay those taxes at closing and it doesn't come back on you. What contingencies should you include or not include? Unless you pay cash for the home, you'll need a financing contingency at minimum. Other contingencies may include the need to sell your home first or requesting an inspection, among other things. You'll also need to think about how much earnest money is needed and when does it need to be paid. What title company would you like to use? Are you familiar with any? What addenda do you need? Do you want to review the Homeowners Association documents and CC&Rs, which stands for Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions? If there is an HOA, you may want to confirm how many pets you can have. Can you park your RV in the driveway? What color can you paint your house? How tall can your fence be? And other things. Do you expect the seller to clean the home when they move out? You want to include details for that as well. Wouldn't it be easier for a realtor to do all that for you? A realtor will also present the offer to the seller or the listing agent for you. This can help keep emotion out of the transaction and can be less stressful for you as the buyer. We're familiar with working with other agents and realtors and do it on a regular basis. A realtor will also negotiate with the selling agent or the seller on your behalf. We have experience in doing this and can help to give you feedback and guidance in order to give you a great chance of getting your offer accepted. When you do get an offer accepted, we'll also help coordinate all the post-mutual acceptance steps and guide you on what to do and when. Things like getting your earnest money in, getting your official loan application in, getting the inspection ordered, and more. You'll also want to request and review the seller disclosures, the preliminary title commitment, and any other details that might be available. It's ultimately the buyer's responsibility to review these things to their satisfaction, but a good realtor will help provide you with these details and assist you with what to look for. If you did include a home inspection contingency, and I do recommend that you do in most cases, if you have an inspector you like, you can use them. But most people don't know one inspector from another. A realtor will typically have some that they are familiar with and that they trust to do a great job. They can also schedule the appointment for you and attend the inspection with you. If the property appraises for under the agreed price, do you know what the options are? Were they included in the contract? A realtor can help ensure that they are and renegotiate for you as needed if this happens. And a realtor will keep you on track to meet all of the steps required to have a successful purchase and get you into your new home. So with all of these pros or benefits of using a realtor, what are the cons? Well, there really aren't many. Some suggest that without using a realtor, you may be able to negotiate a lower price since the seller will not have to pay for the buyer's agent's commission. However, don't forget that you will need to do all of the things a realtor will do for you, or you can hire an attorney to assist you to be sure that you include all of the correct details and that you're protected during the transaction. And keep in mind, a seller may not be willing to lower the price even if you aren't using a realtor. You also want to be sure that the house is priced competitively. A seller might be willing to negotiate a bit on the price, but you could still be overpaying if you haven't done the research and aren't familiar enough with the market. So in general, when you use a realtor, it will save you a ton of time and headache and make things much easier for you. And you won't be paying any additional money out of pocket. If you're interested in more videos on buying a home, check out my other videos for home buyers, like the one noted here. And feel free to drop a comment below. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you join me again soon.